Hey everybody, welcome back. Today 9.4, the percent equation is coming your way. We talked a little bit about the percent equation when we talked about is over of is equal to percent over 100. There's going to be a little bit different idea to this, but just remember what a proportion is when we talk about percents. All right? Okay, so you do not have to write any warm-ups today. What I want you to do is there's going to be a lot more writing in these slides, so you can write these slides down and then we're going to be coming up with a proportion to do these problems, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to pause now, write down the problem, and then I'll show you kind of how to go about coming up with a proportion for this, all right? All right, here we go. So it says Anna earned 85% on a test by answering 17 questions correctly. If each question was worth the same amount, how many questions were on the test? Okay, so we know that a proportion is two equal ratios. Okay, and when we've talked about proportions in the past, we wanted, for instance, if there was an equation talking about centimeters and meters, we would want the same units on top of each one and the same units on bottom of each ratio. Okay, for instance, what we would want part over whole is equal to part over whole. Okay, so where they line up over each other. Now, the way I look at this, okay, we know that percentage is always over a number. It's always over that same number. Okay, what is a percent always over? It's going to be over 100. So we know that 85 is going to be over 100. However, on the left side, we are not quite sure how this works. So when I look at this, okay, so Anna earned 85% on the test by answering 17 questions correctly. So Anna earned 85%. So when I look at this, I'm going to look at Anna, and I put it over the possible percentage she could have gotten. So on the right side, notice I put Anna over possible. Okay, Anna received an 85%. There is 100% possible. On the left side, I want to keep that exact same idea of a ratio. I'm going to put Anna over possible for as far as questions. So how many questions did Anna receive? Correct? She got 17. How many were possible? We're not sure. Okay, and that's where my X comes into play. So if you look at this on both sides, I have Anna over possible and Anna over possible. I put the 17 correlates directly with this 85%. The 100% is what was possible. Okay, so if you look at that, they're completely horizontal to one another. So right now we have a proportion. So I'm going to cross multiply, and I get 85x. And on this left side, I have 1,700. Set them equal to each other. What do I do from here? Divide by 85 on both sides. And I get x is going to be equal to 20. However, it asks how many questions were on the test. It's going to be 20 questions. 20 questions. Gosh, I haven't played that game in forever. That game is awesome. I love questions. Okay, by the way, do you have any questions about this? All right, moving on. Can't hear any. All right, so now, remember, again, Anna over possible, Anna over possible. This ratio of Anna over possible is the exact same thing, or the exact same ratio on the other side. Okay, moving on. All right, so now it says Larry has 9 novels about the American Revolutionary War. If Larry has 60 books in all, what percentage of the books are American Revolutionary War books? What I want you to do is I want you to come up with a proportion for this. Write a proportion and solve that proportion. Make sure that you have your label. All right, good luck. All right, so on this, Larry has 9 novels about the American Revolutionary War. So if there's 60 total books, again, remember when we talked about part over whole is equal to part over whole. Okay, so if I did that, I'm going to do 9 books out of 60 total. Okay, and on the other side, I always have my percentage over 100. However, how does this work? Well, I always have my percentage over 100. We're trying to find my percentage. If you look at that, again, your part over whole is equal to part over whole. There are 9 books out of a whole 60 books. That means that's going to give me a part of a percentage over a whole of percentage for 100. Okay? So from here, I'm going to cross multiply. Cross multiply once again. I get 900. On the right side, I get 60x. And when I divide by 60, and x is equal to 15. Books. Don't forget my label. Label! Okay? Now, one thing, and this is going to be kind of a little side note. Sometimes you will get things that are over 100%. Okay? However, we know that 100 is going to be on bottom. Okay? So there are going to be times, and in your homework is some of those times where your answer may be greater than 100%. Don't be worried about that. Just make sure you're setting up your proportions correctly, and you will be good. All right? All right. Okay, now when you look at this, commission and commission rate at the very bottom, it gives you the formula for commission, and just know that this is multiplication. This box should be multiplication. All right. So pause now, write this down, and I'll go over it. All right. So commission. A commission is a fee paid to a person who makes a sale. Usually it's a percentage of the selling price. A lot of salesmen get commission. If you look at car salesmen, realtors, they get a commission of what they sell. Okay, so they get a percentage. For instance, if a car salesman sells a car, he or she will get a percentage of the overall price of the car. Okay, and that percentage is known as your commission rate. It's a percent of the selling price. So in order for you to find the commission, how much you actually make, you take the commission rate, which is again your percentage, you multiply it by your overall sales, and you get your commission. All right? All right, let's try one. Knowing this formula. All right? Okay, so it says a car sales agent is paid a monthly salary of $700 plus commission. Last month, she sold 1 sports car for $50,000. Ooh, that's a nice car. Ooh. Okay, earning a 5% commission on the sale. How much was her commission, and then what was her total pay last month? So we figure this out. What does it mean? How do we figure out commission? I want you to write this down, pause, write it down, and then if you think you can figure it out, I want you to give it a shot. Go right ahead. So pause now. All right, if you tried it, let's see if you're right. If you didn't, let's walk it through. All right, so when you look at this, you take your, again, how do you figure out commission? You take your commission rate, you're going to multiply it times your sales, and that's going to be your commission. All right, so let's fill in what we know. We know what our commission rate is. It's 5%. 5%. We know what our sales is. Our sales is $50,000. Do not get caught up. It is not 700. Okay, it's not 700 because she sold 1 sports car for $50,000. That's how much they made in sales. That's going to give her our commission. So if you look at 5% times 50,000. Now, you can either use that percentage symbol on your calculator, or you can move your decimal to make sure 0.05 times 50. Whatever you want to do or whatever you are comfortable with, you will get the exact same answer. Just make sure you are not taking 5 times 50,000. Okay, so 0.05 times 50,000 is what? Tell me. All right, I almost said 25,000. It is $2,500. if you would have done that for your percentage, it is also the exact same price. So we can use one of those two. They're the exact same answer. So made $2,500 in her last commission. Am I done? No, because then the question goes about saying, what was her total pay last month? Well, she makes $700, okay? Makes $700 plus commission. So you take that $2,500, which is your commission. You're going to add $700, and what do you get? $3,200. Not bad for 1 month, I would say, or one sale even too. She just made one sale out of that. Nice. Okay, so $3,200. All right. Sweet. All right. So just like I said, there's a little bit more writing in this slideshow, or in this PowerPoint presentation, this note set. Okay, so what I want you to do, it says a sales associate earned $770 in commission in May. If his commission is 7% of sales, how much were his sales in May? All right, so give this one a shot. Now we're working a little backwards. See what you can do in this type of a problem. Give it a shot. All right, so if you look at this, we know the formula. What's the formula? It's commission rate times sales equal commission. So just like in every other problem, plug in what we know. What's my commission rate? It's 7%. What is my sales? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So that's my X. What is my commission? It's $770. Okay, so now in $770, how do you figure out 7% times X? Well, that's the exact same thing as saying 0.07x is equal to 770. This is a one-step equation. I'm going to divide by that 7%, or that 0.07, and I am going to get X is equal to $11,000. Okay, remember, sales are in dollars, so make sure you have your dollar sign there. So again, we just worked backwards. We knew what our sales were. We knew what our commission rate was. We did not know our sales, and we know what our commission is. Your commission is going to be less than your sales. The reason behind that is I don't know anyone who makes over 100% of their sales. Your commission is always going to be a percentage of your sales, so it's going to be less. Okay, notice we have 770 is less than $11,000. Okay, bingo, bango, bongo. That's what I have for you today. Your homework, okay, don't worry about this percentage packet. It's not a percentage packet, it's a worksheet. You will get a worksheet tomorrow. I have a worksheet, and I'll explain what I'm looking for on that worksheet. But other than that, have a great day. See you tomorrow.